All right, welcome to Saptarishis Astrology 2025. And I would like to have some feedback of how many people slept very late in the night last night, and how many people were reciting some stotra and mantras last night, especially, and how many of you invoked the blessings of the Siddhars, our ancients of this land of India. Yes, Shubhankar.
I was actually praying my own sadhana. I was doing it at late night.
All right. So that prediction, and since Mercury is in Scorpio, was it by any chance a little bit of hardcore? You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir.
प्रश्न में दम है. All right. How many of you were working on astrology last night till late night, 2:33? Vamshi, Veena Amit Jain, Suparna. I can't see you, Suparna. Quickly, unmute yourself, Laila Shah. Please speak.
Yeah, this is Acharya Vamshidhar.
Can't hear you.
Yes, sir. I'm reading some articles on internet yesterday night.
Till what time?
Around 1 to 2 p.m. Around 2 p.m.
Okay.
For me, it was morning, 3 o'clock.
Oh,
Also, I chanted
certainly was kind
mantras
of
also,
correct.
recited mantras also. I done sadhana at exactly 12 p.m. night.
Ali,
Sir, can you hear me?
you gotta be loud. Ali Jain.
Hello, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes, last night I was working on this the the technique you have given us yesterday. Uh, it was till midnight. I was working on it.
So out of all the students, only two students, Ali and Divya, really worked on the Tamil astrology techniques. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, when you find a technique, when it enters your blood, you must see to it, okay, that it enters your breath. It's very, very essential that you keep on practicing. Now, I quickly want to ask you, you tested it, this Jupiter technique, you tested it on D9 and D10 right now. Okay, I would request everybody to lower their hands. Okay, Suparna Banerjee, you're going to put the camera on. So I would request, okay, you to lower your hands, everybody, and then raise hands that who found it working to the T with whatever experience you have. Okay. D9 and D10, who found it working? All right, noted, Suparna Banerjee, no problem. Rajat, Siddesh, Dr. Veena. Dr. Veena, Siddesh, Rajat.
Sir, shall I speak, sir?
Who's speaking? Sorry. Yes, Siddesh.
Siddhar, sir. Gurudev Namaste ji. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Yesterday, very honest with you, I slept after the session. I had my notes in handy. I wanted to computerize it, but I was really tired. I slept actually, very honest with you. I woke up morning and then, very honest with you, no reading at all, doing only cluttering, clearing in my house. Then joined 5 minutes late in this call. And then I got a message that we need to do immediate exercise D9 and D10. I also heard D60 some in my subconscious brain, but Ruchita ma'am, she clarified it is D9 and D10. I picked 6 of my charts which I usually test. Okay. Out of that, one chart is not qualifying because he is just 30 years old. Then I quickly made notes with my red pen as you suggested, which makes me very attentive most of my time. So I've changed all my blue color into red colors. Okay, so that's make me more activated these days. So the very first chart I wanted to say, sir, it was a D9 chart, 79 born neighbor at the age of 22nd year, which is the Jupiter was in I just forgot to mention here, but 32nd year in 2011, he got a permanent job role as a senior IT supervisor, IT manager. Okay, because the Jupiter was in the 10th house as yeah, and on 44th year, the colleague, the same person in 2023, he got a grand house in 2023. Jupiter placed in the 4th house.
In which chart?
The same chart of my neighbor chart. He has a grand house.
We are only talking about D9
D9 and D10. For that same person, same chart I tested.
D9, where is Jupiter?
Okay, I noted down here. Okay, I'll take another one. D9, Jupiter is in 7th house. Okay. And I took 7th house as 16th years because 7th house age is, I have made it in my Excel.
Lagna is 16.
7th house, 34th year.
34 years, correct. 34 years. So it is yet to come for this person because he is hardly 32 years old now. Okay. And again in D10 chart, it was in 8th house. And 8th house, it is 41st and 42nd year. So there are two mega events to be predicted to that neighbor, which I took a second chart. I'll take another chart now, which is of a lady. Okay. Her D9 chart, Jupiter was in 6th house. Okay. So on the 27th year, I confirmed by calling her also. In the meantime, she did the same thing in the year 2010, which is the 27th year. She started educational services business. Jupiter is in 6th house, which is service.
What is the Lagna in D9?
D9. So 1 second. I have another system to check. I should have noted it here. Okay. Okay. 1 second, sir.
Just give me one example. It's more than enough, but give it proper.
Yeah, sure. So in the D1 chart or in Navansh, you're saying the Lagna.
Yeah.
In Navansh chart, the Lagna is Moon, 1st house. Ascendant is Aries. Aries ascendant and Moon is there in the 1st house.
Okay, that's what I mean. So Jupiter is in Virgo, correct?
Yeah, Jupiter is in Virgo, 6th house.
Now,
Correct, sir.
she started some educational business, you said.
Yeah,
What?
educational services business. And so the
Edu-
best, yeah, educational service business.
Any planet aspecting this Jupiter?
Sir, 7th, no? So Venus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sir, 8th aspect. No, but Venus doesn't have an 8th aspect. So nobody is aspecting, sir, right now for the Jupiter.
Mercury,
Mercury is in 4th house.
that's it. Story over. Beyond it. The first thing is most important, you should note it is D9, and why D9 is indicating this profession or something. I will show a shloka later, which is today's PPT. Anyway, it is Mesha Ratna. Jupiter is in Virgo. Okay, correct? Everybody can see the chart. For South Indians, I'm drawing it here.
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
see.
sir, we can see.
And we can see it is 27th year is active. So this Jupiter, who is ninth lord of Bhagya,
Okay.
he is coming here. getting activated, showing a service, a Jupiterian service, educational service, which is its Lord Mercury is fortified by coming in the fourth house of education. So it is service plus education. Got it, everybody? Easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll stop here. Let's give others a chance.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Quick question to you, and don't mind me asking, how many years you've been in astrology?
Sir, last year
Okay.
I started reading, watching, started my library also, collecting books.
My suggestion is don't spend beyond 2 hours per day. If you want to be great astrologer.
Thank you, sir.
Now, at this stage, not beyond 2 hours. But whatever you're reading in that 2 hours, you're going to repeat reading that. Suppose you read 20 pages. I'm telling you a very big secret, the mistake that I've done in life, the mistake that 99.9% of people do. Even children, they do the same mistake. My mother just ate a lot of food in the morning and yesterday. And then by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, she vomited. Actually, it is actually happened. It has caused me concern because she's very elder. I'm old. Like I'm ancient, so she's super ancient. I got even more scared. This is the problem. Digestion of what you eat. So go slow. And at the same time, Siddheshji, as per Prashna, you need to practice a very advanced form of pranayama.
Okay, sir.
Make you a very great astrologer. Mark my words. You got to slow down your breathing. In Rigved, I was reading yesterday night, or day before yesterday night, 3 o'clock, not yesterday night. Yesterday night after the class, after half an hour I was eating food, and while sitting and eating, I'm sleeping, continuously sleep. I was so exhausted. Then I was thinking, the amount of hard work I put in a day, or with my age and my diseases, do the students, are they working? I was thinking, are they working now on the Tamil ages? How many students might be partying? Okay, sir is gone, let me open the beer bottle and read 31st night, you know? So like Rajnikant says, "Aap daru peene ka din." No, it is like that. Any which is, slowing down the breath is the key to understand. Understand a shloka and understand why third house is efforts. But the divisional chart D3 is given for siblings. Third house is Purushartha. I do not know what is the correct, absolute correct English meaning of the Purushartha. Anybody who is a Sanskrit scholar?
Correct, sir.
I don't think so. Purushartha. Anybody else? I can be
Sir,
wrong.
Purush,
Maybe
sir, this
hard
is
work
Sunil.
or efforts.
Efforts, efforts does not, my Hindi is pathetic. Sanskrit too is gone for a toss. But I have a Sanskrit scholar right next door. Right?
Sahas means, sir, courage.
Courage.
Sir, you can
Sahas
say
is courage.
self-courage. Self-courage.
Courage. Third house is courage.
Soul purpose.
सेल्फ
So basically वो कहते हैं ना 4 पुरुषार्थ होते हैं तो वही काम अर्थ मोक्ष वाला. So that is we have to put efforts towards all of these.
Sir, it's pursuits and efforts.
Yes, sir. It's the
Purpose of
pursuit
human
effort
being. Purpose
and
of human being. I
yes,
believe.
that is what Google says, sir. Purpose of
Yeah,
human being,
human being.
object
Correct.
of human pursuit.
We have a Sanskrit person here, Vaniji. Vaniji, ma'am, namaste, happy new year. What is
Thank
the
you. Happiness. Self-effort.
self-efforts? So does it in a way also indicate new karma? Does that word indicate fresh new karma in a way? Thoda purusharth. Does it mean thoda
Very true.
Yes. Yes.
यस सर सेल्फ एफर्ट है तो फ्री विल भी तो आ जाएगा.
Karma, प्राक कर्म, new
And today, lecture is all about it. But quickly, I want to know yesterday's lecture and today's exercise. I want, let's assume I'm representing the Siddhars or the Tamilians. So I want to know real feedback. Technique में दम है. Is it novel technique? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes,
Absolutely stunning with the divisional charts also. Absolutely stunning.
Is that, should I give you all an example? Imagine you're the bride or the bridegroom. So when you come out of your makeup room or whatever, you're making that grand entry in the hall, in the wedding hall. If somebody just says, "You're looking good," "Hey, you're looking good," and somebody else says, "Wow, too good, yaar. आज हिला दिया यार, सबको हिलाने वाला थी यहाँ पे." You're looking stunning, dashing, handsome.
Hi, Vichitra.
So which one do you want to hear? I am the Tamil Rishi. I am the technique. Which one do you want to hear?
Stunning.
Fantastic, sir.
Yeah. If you can't say I love you in life now, you can achieve nothing in life. I'm telling you, this is a secret. I'm scolding you in a way. Learn. What the biggest problem is? 99% of the people do not know the meaning of the word love and do not know what is the meaning of the word self-love. Self-love. Most of us are obsessed with ourselves. Selfish. Self-love is a very high spiritual concept. It's a very high spiritual concept. When you have the true dimensions of self-love ingrained in you, then you can truly appreciate nature. You can appreciate nature. You can fall in love with people. You can fall in love with nature. Are you getting it, everybody?
Yes.
And when I always feel insulted. Okay, let's assume an average human being. Okay, forget foreigners. They have little churches and mosques at very small places. Very distant places. India is the best example. Every 1 minute we have some temple in one corner, correct? Let's assume all of us, okay, must have actually gone from small temples to big temples at least 100,000 times in our life. Yes or no? In our lifetime, 200,000. The person like me is 300, 400,000. I'm obsessed with temples. Are you getting it, everybody? 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll get up to go into the temples like that. How many times you must have gone? Chalo, Deepika Tanwarji, Divya Gupta, Riva Taneja, my favorite student, दिल से बात करते हो. ठीक. बोलो बोलो बोलो. Rajat, Amit Jain. कितना बार गया रहेगा तुम? Daila ji. How many times? Daila ji, how many times you have gone? Approximately.
Sorry?
Approximately in one life, this life. कितना बार गया रहेगा? How many times?
How many times? What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Going to temples.
Oh,
I mean,
many times.
approximately 100,000, 200,000,
No,
300,000.
no, because most of my life I was in abroad, so not so many times in abroad. But once I came back for the last 10 years, 200-300 times.
That's it.
I know.
Rajat Amit Jain. कोई तो बोलो यार, दिव्या नहीं बोलते, दीपिका नहीं बोलते.
Maybe
I
500
don't have
times
the counting.
after marriage.
तो शादी के पहले when were you visiting?
Sir, I was Nastic before marriage. Complete
So
Nastic.
you were visiting pubs.
Surely, sir. Surely, sir. But after marriage, it's changed.
At least, come on,
Sir,
yeah.
it's reversed with me. I was very regular before marriage, but after that it has reduced.
I can't believe. Just tell me one figure, yeah. Why are you all so scared? Nobody wants to come and tell a figure, yeah. क्योंकि तुम लोगों को मालूम है, I'm gonna ask you back a question. सबका पपलू होने वाला है.
500 to 700 times.
Sir, I'll take a risk. Let's say 1,000 times. What's the question?
That's my favorite. Tell me how many times. How many
1,000.
times?
Ballpark figure, 1,000 times. At least 1,000 times. Minimum.
That's it. अभिषेक अभी तेरा क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते हैं, नहीं तो तू हमेशा एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछते रहता है एवरी 10 सेकेंड्स.
क्या बोलूंगा सर अभी?
बोल ना.
सर ऐसे याद नहीं है सर.
So at least 500 times minimum.
365 days a year. At least once a week you guys are going correct. नहीं करते. अरे मैं तो लगता है मैंने वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड किया तुम लोग के सामने यार. आई थिंक सो.
Sir, can you hear me?
Sorry.
Sir, I grew up next to temple. I live now also next to temple. Can you?
The figure, and that's what I'm saying. We are extending this whole conversation into something very big here. Just tell me the figure. Anybody want?
So 4,000-5,000 times.
We never counted, sir.
One
Around
month,
5,000 times, sir.
5,000 times. Second month.
Sir, I wanted to be a nun.
यार मैंने खाली एक फिगर मांगा था. सब लोग हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी सब कुछ दे रहे हैं.
But I visited churches.
7,000 times. Maybe 7,000.
Now let me speak. Let's assume you have visited 10 times. 10 बार तो कोई ना कोई जा रहेगा यहाँ पे बैठा बैठा.
Of course.
Out of 10 times, how many times you started your prayer asking God, how are you? Tell me the percentage.
Many times.
Many
times.
That's
That
the
I do.
only prayer.
Almost every time, sir, saying
Only
thank
prayer.
you to God and not asking much every single time.
My wordings are very crystal clear.
Many times.
Sir, as latest as today morning when I was wishing God a happy new year.
I am saying you just go and ask him, how are you? And you wait for him to answer. You know, no, hey, Ruchiben, how are you doing? And next, I'm Robert, D3, this mistake, that mistake, that mistake. How are you? Tells you. And wait for him to answer.
He answers pretty fast to me.
Sir, even I have this habit of talking and sometimes talking loudly as if I'm, talking to someone sitting next to me.
Let me tell you all, okay? What I'm talking about is not anybody individual, okay? I'm talking about the average human being. 99% of the times does not bother to ask God, how are you? And sits and wait for him to answer. Let me tell you that and I don't think so I'm telling a lie. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah, right, sir. You're right, sir. We never asked this question. You're right, sir.
Right, sir.
Most of the time it is we are asking for some, help and everything, but never bother to ask, basically, how are you? Yeah, that's right.
The story about, okay, I was born in Rome, so there is no temple in Rome. But I don't want to hear that story. The temple within you, are you asking? Are you getting everybody? Simple thing, we spend 10 minutes on it. Okay, looks like this is the 31st night for me. तुमने सबका hangover चल रहा है. Okay. क्या बोलूं मैं? Any which they have a lot of portion to cover. The point what I'm trying to say is there is a problem in our chakras. There is imbalance in our chakras. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? There is a lot of imbalance in our chakras, which is the reason, okay, we are not able to absorb the energy of the universe. We are not able to do so many other things in Jyotish. We need to spend more time thinking. The moment you can love God, you can feel the energy of a technique, is what I'm trying to say. You've got to feel the energy of the technique. Ladies and gentlemen, Tamil astrology is far more ancient than the astrology that we guys are practicing. We guys are practicing only Parashari astrology. Okay, that is 3000 years back. Or whatever is the date. Are you all understanding? There is hints of Vastu in Rig Veda and Atharva Veda. I was reading that yesterday. Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Rig Veda gives a very great secret. Think 10 times before you speak. What a wow statement it is. What a wow statement. So your body slows down. That is the reason I was telling Siddesh, do pranayama. Body slows down. Body needs to slow down. Maximum problem in our life is because our body is not at a meditative state. Any which ways I have said my sermon for 2025. If you all want to follow it, follow it. It's all up to you. Let's come to a very important concept. Okay, of using these Tamil ages of Jupiter, for example, okay, in the divisional charts, and the exercise given to you was for half an hour, okay, of testing it in Navamsh and Dashamsh. I haven't seen your feedbacks in the chat box. Siddesh was the only person who gave the example. Many others also raised the hand. Okay. But quickly tell me, is the technique working in Navamsh and Dashamsh?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Super.
It's sir, it's working.
Yes, sir. My brother got married also in the Psalms.
The reason I'm saying is, normally when we take a technique like this, we use it in D1 and we forget. I made you all practice it right on the spot because I know yesterday night I told you all to do it and send me homework. Only 2 people sent me homework. Maybe a good plan, 1 more person. Theoretically. I can understand 31st night, okay, it's party time. Fine, fair enough. At least today, you all, if you all did not have an office today, or should have practiced. And quickly, we're going to take up a very rare slope. We're going to take up Siddhesh's example, where he is talking about Jupiter, Mesh Lakna in the Navamsh. Correct, Siddesh? Jupiter in the 6th house, 27th year gets activated, and the dispositor Mercury in the 4th house. Person started a service-oriented business on education.
Yes, sir.
Right? Everybody?
100%. Right, sir.
Why this event is seen in Navamsh? Navamsh is only about marriage, as per many people. Correct? Did you all think why this is working? ये तो मैं नहीं बता रहा हूँ. Siddesh has given a live example.
So Parashara Rishis gave a lot of importance to the D9 chart, and it is called the Shashwat chart. So most of the life events should be reflected in D9 as well.
What is the meaning of Shashwat and where is it written? I do not know Hindi or Sanskrit, so you need to
So
educate.
Shashwat is something that is beyond time, that holds true for all time. So like Shashwat chart means that chart will be valid throughout life, the native's life.
Shashwat is eternal, sir. Eternal.
Sorry?
It's the fruit.
शाश्वत kind of means true self, जो change नहीं होगा कभी भी.
Forever, forever,
Forever, eternal. Eternal is the English of Shashwat. Eternal.
So where did, in which chapter Parashar Rishi said?
It's the fruit, sir.
Excellent. Bhuvan Deepika mentions that. Most ignored book. See, Shastra is Shruti and Smriti. What is Shruti and Smriti?
Shruti is Vedas because it was learned through voice, Shruti, by hearing, and Smriti is Puranas.
Hey, what is it?
Smriti is remembering.
Shruti and Smriti is
Shruti
like
is
we tell.
hearing.
The same way, Shastra, one is of scriptures, and the second is the oral tradition that has been carried on. So it is always two. We are supposed to quote shloka, I always say if you are of the modern age, okay, and you don't come from paramparas, okay, you don't know what used to happen in olden days, you should read V.V. Raman's My Experiences in Astrology, okay, it is worth the most costliest property on earth. Those 200, 300 pages takes you somewhere else. And it shows his grandfather times, how during his grandfather's birthday, huge celebration, etc., and all that. And every scholar in astrology used to attend, and they used to have discussions, and they are supposed to quote shlokas, which is there in every seminar. If you go to Banaras and go to any seminar, if you don't quote shloka, okay, you're like thrown away. You're thrown away. So any which ways, theories are created, words are given, but let us face the reality, ground reality. Nauman J's marriage, correct? In 2009-10, I wrote an article on John F. Kennedy, the late president of USA, describing all his events in Nauman's chart only. Are you understanding? How many of you have heard of the book Mansagari? Which year it was written? Nobody?
So I've heard the name of
Kalyana
the book,
Verma,
but don't know when it was written.
Kalyana Verma, Mansakri.
Who said that? Kalyan Varma.
Sir Abhishek, camera issue.
Kalyan Varma has written which book?
First Deepika is written by Kalyan Verma.
Saravali, sir.
Saravali,
Saravali.
sir. Sorry, sir.
Saravali.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
मंत्रेश्वरा ये शॉर्ट वर्ड्स देखना तुम लोग बंद करो मैं अब भी बोलते हैं यू आर कमिटिंग सुसाइड ऑफ योर एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल करियर Shastra has to be learned the Shastric way and not by somebody's imagination and theories. Mansagri is that one book people read and throw. It's a classic written by Shivji. Hirji. In my time, English translation was not available. Then P.K. Vasudev translated, published by Sagar Publishers. And for years it was not available. Okay. And then I lost that print, and that is the reason I don't allow people to enter into my house. They come, they take, they promise, then you can't break that friendship and they disappear with them. Any which ways, the secret of that book is it is a mixture of Parashari and Brihma. Are you all getting it, everybody? Today we are going to study one very big secret regarding divisional charts. If you want to know a different opinion of a book, which is another, I'm forgetting, Samvatsara and all that. Okay, the yearly predictions are given in that, which is not, you will not find in another books. Then, if you want to read about combinations, 2 planet, 3 planet, 4 planet, 5 planet combinations, what is the result? It is one of those only books which tells it. How to calculate your Gotra? How to calculate your Gotra? Does anybody know? Have you all heard?
No, sir. No.
No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, बोलते ना तुम लोग, why do you all even go on social media? In my times, you have no idea. Buying books was a luxury. Luxury. 1992, Navratra time, I fasted for 40 days. Mummy, daddy to give me money for lunch and snacks. I was in college, in VGDR College, Victoria Jubilee, a very famous college, technical engineering college. And at that time, I think it was 108 years old, Britishers College. So I used to fast. I fasted for 40 days with that pocket money, not eating food, to buy books in astrology. During that period, my friend, I still remember two rascals with three other musketeers. Okay, Suhas Shetty and Aditya Pai. So he suggested, Aditya, the rascal suggested, have cigarettes, you will not feel hunger. So I started cigarettes. Then I could not afford cigarettes. So I started with BD. It became a trend in college. And everybody in college who used to be smokers, they started smoking BD. So at that time, Jackie Shroff was also there. So, the trend became and all that. Then one day I was really dying of hunger. Okay. So he said, have whiskey, you not feel good. First time I had whiskey. Finally, I saved a lot of money, went to Giri bookshop, Matunga, and I bought so many books. And food, I still remember, I had Navratan Kurma. I never heard of Navratan Kurma at that time. Navratan Kurma and Puri, and I could not even finish half of it because I met a beggar on the way. So while eating that food, I was thinking of that beggar constantly. I am eating so much. I was eating like a hungry dog. So when I buy books, books are my that evil of smoking has continued till now. Mansadri contains the secret of predictions in just 2-3 shlokas. I'll show you that shloka right now. And read it very carefully. Think about it for the next 5 minutes without speaking anything. This, I don't have my Mansagri here. I presume this is my Mansagri. Okay. Let's see first here. Read very, very carefully. No, please don't ask me who's Sage Yavanachar. I'll just circle. See, very rare point. Number of co-bonds from Saptamsha, D7. We use it for children. Here it is saying co-bonds. All the effects about native from Navmarch. When I read this, I was so happy because it matched with my research or study or observation of John F. Kennedy's chart, which I discussed with you. I wrote article on using only Navmarch. A very, very important thing. Very, very important shloka part is the next. All about why from Dwadashamsha. Death from Trimshamsh, we will not discuss. What is your view regarding reading this shloka? Is this something new and astonishing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What I
Yes,
see
sir.
is that.
Yes.
Hello.
It is
Yes,
in
sir.
brief telling everything about in one shloka about astrology, sir.
No, I think the Rishi is saying to keep aside the karakatva of the chart itself from that particular chart.
Now much, let me answer that question. Now much, everything. What is now much? 9th. Then you're going to go to, what is that name? Satyajatak, and 2 other books, which gives the secret of 9th house being the house of past life. And how much is 9th house? And that's the reason how much is the magnified version of 9th house. Okay. And that's the reason what are we deciphering? Everything about the native from Nomaj. Means what he did in the past life, you're going to get the result in this one. Simple, logical, everybody. Okay. Now, we're going to take a 2-minute break. But it's only to test this Jupiter Karakatva's ages of Jupiter in your D3. We will only do D3 today. Got it, everybody? Take D3 as Karma Phala. Rishi is saying that. What did I say? Half an hour, 45 minutes back. And then you all distracted me with all God. Okay, this, that, etc. Okay, Shubhankar Roy saying, I was born in Himalayas. There are now temples in Himalayas. Okay. क्या करते हैं Shubham? Okay. So, my point is, you see Purusharth, the word Purusharth we used half an hour, 45 minutes back. It is deeds, new deeds or whatever. I do not know the exact Sanskrit definition of Purusharth. Okay. What is Tanubhav?
First house.
First house.
First house, sir.
Sahaj Bhav.
Then
What
second
bhav?
house.
Sahaj third.
Third. That is the reason I say throw your mobile phone. Trust me. Just mobile data, switch it off. Only use it for phone calls. 80% of your time will become productive, become super productive. Trust me on this. Or switch it on only 3 times a day and reply to WhatsApp. Point is, if third house is new efforts or efforts, that means I am creating karma or I am doing karma. Either or. Done? Everybody with me? So shouldn't D3 show me that? And not just limit itself to co-bonds. Although the Rishi is saying co-bonds is D7. Why? We got to think later. We can come up with some logic. But I always throw logic out. That is for all the philosophical astrologers from 1990s that has permeated in astrology. Creating their own philosophies and logic. And people getting impressed. Just observe D3, third house is hands. You normally do your karma through your hands. Third house is communication. You are doing karma, you are creating new karma through your communication. Correct? If you combine both these things, 80% of karma is through hands and especially speech. The voice. Third house, what comes out of that voice? Bhavat Bhavam Arud. Camera,
Sir, I have a question.
cameras on, silence in the background. So, everybody just think third house. Okay, let me now proceed with the course. Okay. So, your thoughts and actions, you can put it in the chat box. Okay. So imagine having an extra minute assigned with me, I'm Katrina Kaif. Okay. So quietly in the chat box, you're sending a message, like a chit under the table. Like, yeah, can we meet for dinner? So messages there. Now, just think, third house is how you're doing almost all the actions. So shouldn't that reflect in D3? Shouldn't that reflect as karma phala? So here the Rishi or Yavanacharya, sage Yavanacharya, Rishi Yavanacharya is making sense in it, some logic. So now open your D3s and time the event using the Jupiter Tamil Siddhar ages. Done everybody with me? Yes or no? Okay. Yes or no? Can we test it right now?
Sir,
Yes,
in Jagannath Hora, which chart should we take for D3? Like there are many calculations. Which one should we take for D3?
Rekna, right?
Normal D3. Normal D3.
Normal D3. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So start now, and I'm putting everybody on mute. Start testing your chart, neighbor's chart, husband's chart, whoever chart. Start testing. If somebody can share the Tamil ages, or let me show, I can share. This is the Tamil ages. Or the ages of Jupiter in the different house it is sitting in your D1 or D3, but right now we are testing D3 because yesterday we did D1. Done everybody? Okay. So test it right now. I'm putting everybody on mute. Keep your cameras on, everybody.
Nilesh ji, please don't do this. Nilesh ji, Nilesh Bhagat.
All right, let's start. Has everybody tested So let's assume 128 people. So let's make it 130. Okay. Vani Chauhanji, if you can just check the translation, okay? Although P.K. Vasudev is a great scholar, but always translations can go wrong. It happens in many scholars. So, if you can. Dr. Veena Sharma has a very good thing, Purushartha Atma Bal, or one's potential for achieving one's life goals. I think that's the most correct translation. It resonates. What do you all feel? Isn't it a very resonating translation? Sharmatma Bal, or one's potential for it, one's life goals. Any which ways. It can everybody, I'm going to unmute you all. But most important, what I was saying is, okay, Amit Jain, you could put that instead of message to me, you can put that on for everybody. I'm gonna make it for everyone now. So now you can just copy paste again and do it. Okay, have you all tested the technique on your D3?
Sir, mine worked very well, sir. Sir, I went abroad in 27th year. It is my Jupiter in D3 is in 6th house, sir.
Excellent. One second. Let me just. So you guys need to only tell me D3 Lagna.
It is D3 Lagna is sir Libra, and 12th sign is the abroad sign is 12th in 6th house, sir. Lagna is Libra, sir. And
Okay.
Jupiter is sitting in 6th house, and its sign is Pisces, sir.
That I know. Once you say Libra Lagna, I know it is Pisces. But most important is it alone or with somebody else or any aspects?
Aspects no, Saturn is no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not Saturn's aspect is not there. Ketu is in Libra, and Venus, Sun, Mercury in 3rd house. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, and Rahu is in 7th house.
Wait, Dr. Vinaji. The way we are thinking only is wrong. If I'm asking aspect, instantly you should say yes or no. You're calculating it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moon is aspecting, sir, from 12th house.
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? Can you all listen to me? You're paying me money to listen to me.
Ji. Say, sir. Sorry, sir.
You are still seeing the aspect, and after 30 seconds, you're coming to the conclusion Moon is aspecting Jupiter. That means Moon is in the 12th house. You're counting the aspect. ऐसा नहीं होता है. This is not how you see. You need more. You've been studying, I know you've been studying 10 hours astrology.
Sir, I'm watching in Hora, sir. That is why I didn't know, sir. The chart I was watching there, sir. Sorry, sir.
चलो ठीक है, no problem. But what I'm saying is your experience तो should come like this, Baba. No problem. Chalo. So it is very clear. Who is Moon? 10th Lord. Correct? In the chart.
Ji.
So did you go abroad? For what reason?
I went for my research, sir. For my PhD.
So that is for what reason?
What reason? I got a Japanese prestigious scholarship, sir.
No. It is regarding your education or work or karma, na?
Education, yes, sir. Education, sir.
Aspecting, correct. So here the technique seems to be working. Okay. And did you by any chance get any stipend or anything like this?
Yes, sir. It was a very, very big money. It's a Japanese most prestigious scholarship. It's only one student gets in once a year, sir. That's I was studying in JNU. So it was all over India. One student gets that. I studied in East Asian study, Japanese language, sir, and Japanese studies, foreign policy.
3rd house of languages. Jupiter is 3rd lord, na?
Ji, sir.
Jupiter is third lord. Okay. Chandra is Karaka of travel. Jupiter is third lord of travel. Jupiter is higher knowledge, knowledgeable work. Okay. I am more actually interested where is Ketu in D3
Ji, Ketu in Lagna.
and where is Shukra?
Shukra is in a third house, sir, in 8 and 9 with in the ninth, third house, Venus, Sun, and Mercury, sir.
So please write this down. The grandfather of B.V. Raman has Ketu in the second house, and that is what made him multilingual, 6 languages. Ketu is Karaka of languages as per some, and that is what is written in my experiences in astrology. Got it, everybody? So
Yeah,
her,
I love learning languages, sir.
her Ketu is in Lagna. The dispositor goes in third house again of communications. That means she'll travel due to language one.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. I was studying language.
And why money? Anybody tell me why I asked her whether she got good money? थोड़ा मेरे को भी 50-50 बांटना चाहिए. Any wishes?
Venus, sir, Venus.
No.
Moon.
Who said moon?
I said, sir. Ritu Suri.
Then one in the classes, moon is given as one of the karakas of money. See, we have to go by the Rishi and not become a Rishi ourselves. The problem is, many of us want to become a Rishi. But first, we must understand what other Rishis have written. Are you getting it, everybody? All with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And Moon is Vargotam also, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay.